The Canadian Card Collector here, and welcome back to day 107 of your daily deck review. And the deck that we're taking a look at today is the Spider-Man playing cards from Theory11. So, with no further ado, let's take a look and see what we get. Here we have the Spider-Man playing cards from Theory11 here in a matte navy blue tuck box here with a bunch of foiling all over the tuck box here. At the top, it says Theory11, then you got Marvel Studios Spider-Man playing cards here. And then you got the iconic Spider-Man logo here. That spider design in the red and blue colorway there. And this is the newer, Tom Holland Spider-Man, logo here that you see on the front of the tuck box here. And you got, that red and blue foiling here. And then you got the gold line, bordered accents here in the gold colorway there. On the side, you got more of that metallic, or that foiling there. And it says, with great power comes great responsibility. And in that red foiling there. And you got the exact same thing on the other side there. On the bottom, you got the Marvel logo, the Theory11 logo, and another Theory11 logo there. And it's in that red foiling there. Then on the back, you got a sneak peek of the back design here, with more foiling there. And this is embossed, so you can feel it. And you can feel the front too, kind of embossed. And then for the seal here, you got a red circle, metallic red. You got a red metallic circle seal here for the seal. And you got the Spider-Man's face there. And that is I think the Tom Holland Spider-Man mask design there. And then on the top, you just got some more foiling there. And there's some kind of words under the seal, but I don't know what it says because it's kind of covered up there. On the inside top flap, you got all three of the Spider-Man masks here. You got the Tom Holland one there in the middle, and you got the Andrew Garfield one there, and then the Tobey Maguire one right there, which I'm pretty sure it's in that order. Then you got the Tom Holland Spider-Man spider logos there on the inner tuck flaps. If we take the cards out of the box, on the inside tuck box, it's just that matte navy blue colorway there. But then you can kind of see here on the little tuck flap that all the gold foiling on the outside of the tuck box, you can kind of see the back of it on the inside of the tuck box. You can kind of see it here, in the light, just barely see it there, kind of shining through. It's kind of hard to see because it's a dark tuck box, but you can kind of see a little bit there. But anyways, now that we took a look at the tuck box, we're going to take a look at the cards. And first, we'll start with the back design here. Here we have a mirrored back design with that standard white border going around. And you got, it is in that red and blue colorway with the gold accents here. Here you got the three Spider-Man masks, once again. Here, and then a bunch of webs here in the middle there, like a web design there. You got the Tom Holland Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man over there, and the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man there. Then you got the Iron Spider, from newer movies, like the Tom Holland ones. You got the Iron Spider, arms there on each side. And then you got the little spider logos there, Tom Holland suit spider logos there. And it is a mirrored back design, so you can flip it around. And it's the same in both directions here. Now for the cards you get with the deck. You get one custom Joker here. That says Joker, Joker. And you got J. Jonah Jameson here. Is a picture of him pointing towards you. And he's in a spider web there. And a black and gold kind of colorway there. And then you got a second Joker here. It says Joker, Joker with that web design. And then another character there. And I'm not entirely sure who this character is. I feel like it could be like that, like Peter Parker's friend in the movie. I can't quite think of his name, but it could be his friend, but I'm not entirely sure who that is. And then for the next two cards here, you get two identical Theory11 art cards here. They're just in inverted colorways. You got one like gold and red, and then you got one red and gold. And then on the back of the gold one, you got like a little Theory11 thing there. Theory11 produces the world's finest playing cards and their website. And on the back of this one is just the back design here. And now for the custom Ace of Spades here, you got that big spade there in the middle there, with like a gold border with like the webs there in the corners, and then you got the webs just underneath the spade there, and it says trust your tingle. And you got all three of the Spider-Mans there, like doing that like Spider-Man meme. When there's all three of them there pointing at each other. Then you got the little spider logo just at the bottom in the stem there. And then for the rest of the spades, you got that same like spade design there, or like the style of the spade shape. And then you got like a little like goldish bronze kind of like web with inside the spade there. And you got that design all the way throughout the spades here. Then you get to the custom court cards here, the Jack, Queen, and King. Fully custom court cards here. For the Jack, you got Nick Fury here. Jack of Spades, Nick Fury here. And for the Queen of Spades, you got, I'm not entirely sure who this is. You got some kind of like character. And then you got Spider-Man himself, like the Tom Holland version of Spider-Man here. Himself, like two different versions, like the regular version, then you got his like homemade suit version here. And then for the diamonds here, you got a custom Ace of Diamonds here, which has that same border design with the webs there. And then you got the diamond there in the middle, but then you got kind of got like a pinstripe outline design of Iron Man's helmet there. And then for the rest of the diamonds here, you got that like diamond there with the web in it there, and then a little red border kind of like in there. And that design goes throughout the rest of the diamonds here. Then we get to the quick cards of Jack, Queen, and King of Diamonds here. And then you got more custom quick cards here. And for the Jack of Diamonds here, you got Spider-Man, Peter Parker's friend, Ned here. And then for the Queen of Diamonds here, you got MJ. And then for the King of Diamonds here, you got Spider-Man himself. You got another version of the Tom Holland Spider-Man here. You got two different versions here. And now you got the clubs here, the Jack, Queen, and King of clubs. And they still got that like same like web design here. Well, it's like the web inside the pip there. And then they got that same border design. And you got the fully custom core cards here. So for the King of Clubs here, you got Green Goblin here on one side. And if you flip it over, you got Dr. Octopus here, Doc Ock, there on that other side there. And then for the Queen of Clubs here, you got another character. I'm not entirely sure who this is. This could be another like a version of Aunt May, but I'm not entirely sure who this could be. And then for the Jack of Clubs here, you got two more villains. I'm not entirely sure who this is. This could be, I can't remember the name. But on the other side, you got, I know this one, you got Mysterio here. But then I'm not entirely sure who this is. No, I can't. I'm blanking on that name. So if you know it, comment down below. And then for the rest of the clubs, like I said, you got that like same web design inside the clubs there. And then for the custom ace of spades here, ace of clubs here, you got the lizard and a lizard tail, and you got the electro like fist with the lightning bolts, and that same border going around. And then you got the hearts here, the Jack, Queen, and King of Hearts, the court cards here, fully custom court cards. And then you got another version of Spider-Man here. This is like wait, one of those Spider-Man must have had to be, I don't know. There's no like there's no like Tobey Maguire version of Spider-Man within these. They're mostly all like the Tom Holland version Spider-Man on the court cards here. But this one's like the Andrew Garfield version Spider-Man here. Oh, I guess that one's Andrew Garfield. And that one's Tobey Maguire maybe? Yeah, Tobey Maguire and then the Andrew Garfield. Okay, so we got one of each here. For the King of Hearts. Then you got that same web design within the pip there. And then for the Queen of Hearts here, you got Aunt May. And then for the Jack of Hearts here, you got Happy Hogan. So you got Happy here. And then for the rest of the hearts here, you just got that, like I said, that heart design with the web design there inside. That goes all the way through. Then you got a little simplistic ace of hearts here. You got the big heart pip there, was a circle design with a bunch of different like language kind of inscriptions around it. And that same border design around. Well, now that we took a look at the cards, time to test the handling. And first we'll start with the springs. And one thing I know right off the bat, they're pretty easy to spring here. There's no issues springing these. Like they're not like overly like a thick deck. It's not like a super thick deck to where it's hard to like bend them and get them to like spring. They're actually kind of like a nice thinner stock card here. So they're like nice and bendy. And they're nice and poppy and like nice and smooth. So there's no issues with the springability of these cards. Now for the fans. Well, as you can see, they span nice and evenly here. You can see all the different pips and numbers here. There's no stickiness or clumpiness to the cards whatsoever. So they're nice and smooth every single time. Now on to the Pharaoh. And here you got a nice smooth Pharaoh there. And they interlock nice and weaved nice and evenly together here. Now for the giant fan of the back design. Now for that reverse Pharaoh. And as you can see, it's still weave nice and evenly together, but I kind of have to like push the cards together to get them to weave together. So it's a little more trickier to get them Pharaoh this way. Now for the giant fan of the face cards. Now for the riffle shuffle or bridge shuffle. Okay, these definitely wiffle shuffle and bridge shuffle nice and smoothly here. They're not like the super smoothest cards that I've wiffle shuffled before, but they are still pretty smooth. Nonetheless, there's not like too much clumpiness to them, so they wiffle shuffle perfectly every time. There's no issue there. Now, time for a few packet cuts. Now for the one-handed shuffle or Charlier cut. No, one-handed cut or Charlier cut. And there's no issues with the packet cuts. And nice and smooth as always. And now on to the dribble. Well, the dribbles are pretty smooth here. There's no clumpiness to them. They're pretty smooth. No stickiness to the cards. So now on to the spread fan. And lastly, spread the cards on the table. Well, I gotta say, a pretty good looking deck here. A nice back design here. And nice custom face cards. Nice and elegant. Theory11 has outdone themselves. So if you're a fan of Theory11, this is one I would highly recommend picking up. And if you're a fan of Spider-Man, I would highly recommend picking it up too. And if you're both a fan of Theory11 and Spider-Man, then it's a double win. So I would highly recommend picking these up. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed. This has been day 107 of a daily deck review. This has been a Spider-Man playing cards from Theory11. I'm the Canadian Card Collector, signing out. See you next time. Bye.